Hey, what's going on, guys? Good morning, and thank you for tuning into Rules for Rebels. The title of today's video is Ask Yourself This One Important Question Before Launching Your Next E-Commerce Business. Now, I heard a stat, I heard this about a week ago, and I finally got around to making a video about it, but I heard a stat last week, and the initial stat I heard was over 53% of U.S. households have an Amazon Prime account. And that's actually more households than even have a landline telephone. So think about how crazy that is. More people in the country, more households are signed up for this private, Amazon, this private businesses, I guess it's a public company, but you guys get the point. More people are signed up for this private businesses e-commerce yearly package than even have a landline telephone. Now, I don't know, to me that just blew my mind. I was doing a little bit more research on it this morning, and the most recent stats I found, and again, stats are going to be a little bit different, but the one I found this morning was over 63% of U.S. households have Amazon Prime accounts, and something like 39% of U.S. households have a landline telephone. And that really kind of blew my mind. And this kind of goes back to a point that I make in a lot of videos. I've said this a lot in the past, and when I work with people one-on-one or respond to people's emails, and people are kind of, hey, what do you think about this e-commerce business? This is one of the first questions I often ask people, and I think it's a question everybody should ask themselves before launching your next Shopify store, setting up your next website, etc. And the question is, why would somebody buy from you as opposed to buy it directly on Amazon? And I personally think Amazon's becoming way too powerful. I try to support kind of local businesses and smaller shops when I can, but let's not deny it. Amazon and Amazon Prime is a huge part of our lives, and I think there's certain products that just, when you need this, you're gonna go to Amazon, right? Like you pay $100 at the beginning of the year for free shipping, for free 2-day shipping, right? Even faster shipping. So when you go to buy something, even if it's something small like a phone case, I go to buy a phone case on Amazon, it's $7.99 and I get free 2-day Prime shipping. I go to buy a phone case from Sam's phone case shop, and maybe it's $7.99, $9.99. It's probably a little bit higher because they don't have that Amazon competition kind of forcing them to lower the price. So they're at $9.99. They're pretty competitive, but now I got to pay $3.99 or $4.99 shipping. It's really kind of crazy how much postage rates have gone up. I send a lot of USPS priority flat rate envelopes, and like those things were like $5.05 not that long ago, and I think now I'm up to like $7 on that. So when people are actually having to come out of their pocket and pay for shipping, it kills a lot of sales. And any of you guys who charge shipping on your stores, you've probably noticed that you have a high bounce rate, or you have a lot of abandoned carts, and it's because a lot of times people see a price like $9.99. And as silly as it sounds, when they go to check out and they see now they got to pay $4.99 shipping, and now they're paying $15 instead of $10. I mean, that's a 50% higher price. It turns a lot of people off. So I think there's certain products that, like I said, that people are always going to buy through Amazon. Things like phone cases, phone cords, little things like that. Sometimes for more higher ticket items, people may go to kind of individual shops and things like that. I know last year I wanted to buy a heater for my dogs, like one of those heaters that you put on the floor of their house or their bed or whatever. And I wound up buying it from some like farm supply company just because it seemed like better quality, there was better customer support. But whenever you're launching an e-commerce shop, ask yourself, why would somebody buy it from me instead of Amazon? And I'll give you guys two quick examples. So when I was selling hoverboards back in 2015, I never went online with it. I did it strictly offline. I didn't want to deal with the chargebacks and things like that. But when I was selling hoverboards, we kind of transformed the business after hoverboards died out into selling hoverboard parts, because now all these people had these expensive hoverboards that had broken and they needed parts to fix them. So I started making YouTube videos. In the YouTube videos, I probably had 50, 100, maybe even 150 YouTube videos up there. I would show people how to diagnose the problems with their hoverboard, what part they needed, and then I would link to the part that I was selling. And there it's a pretty easy sale, right? It's like these people bought a $500 or $1,000 hoverboard, the thing broke on them, their kid's crying that they want the hoverboard fixed, and they do a Google search, they find me because I had a lot of long tail keywords sending them to these videos. They find these videos, they see I've showed them how to figure out A, what the heck is wrong with their board, B, what part they need, C, how to fix that part, and then I also link below to where they can get the part. I mean, it's an easy sale. It's like I've provided them value, right? Plus, if they go off of my website and go to Amazon, now they're wondering, like, am I really getting the same part that he was selling? So something like that worked really well. A couple years back, in my rental house, I think my the belt around my dryer drum broke, and I also had another part break. I think later on at another point I had a part on my washing machine or my dishwasher break. And lo and behold, some company, some washer, dryer, appliance, parts warehouse, they literally have YouTube videos on how to replace every single part that they sell. So there it's an easy sale again, right? Like I go to their I find their video. Okay, they show me exactly how to fix this. Oh crap, they want $47 for this little plastic piece, but I wound up going and buying it from them. And could I have found it on Amazon? Maybe, maybe not. I mean, I don't necessarily think Amazon has every part available out there, but I probably could have found it on Amazon cheaper. But these guys made it real easy for me to know what I needed, how to fix it, and I was like, whatever, I'm just going to buy it. I didn't even bother going to shop on Amazon. And just one other kind of interesting kind of side note. So the other day, I have my office, I have a basement office, and then I have a mailbox store across the parking lot where I have a lot of my packages and stuff go to. So, Saturdays or whatever, somebody's there to sign for my packages, and they're doing some work right there. There was a convenience store, I think they got shut down for selling cigarettes to underage kids or something. So they shut them down, so the place has been vacant. They're fixing it up, and I noticed the electricians working there were getting all their supplies, right? Like electrical parts and stuff. Rather than going to Home Depot, they're getting these parts delivered from Amazon. And it really goes to show you kind of like how massive, how big, how dominant Amazon has become in the e-commerce space. And, I guess my point being, if I see a lot of people are like, oh, I'm going to sell cell phone cases and chargers. Like, why am I going to go to Jim's cell phone and charger shop when I can just go to Amazon? The competition keeps the price low. I got free 2-day shipping, etc. So, I'd be curious to hear from you guys. Like, what are some products that you buy that you wouldn't even think of looking around for? You just go straight to Amazon. Drop a comment in the comment section below. I'd love to kind of, I know my own consumer behavior, my own shopping habits, but I'd love to hear yours, and I think it would be valuable for other people to see that too. And whatever products are things that like you and I just intuitively go straight to Amazon for, probably not great product. If you want to start an Amazon business and try to compete with those guys, fair game. But if you're thinking that you're going to start a Shopify store and sell these products through there, probably something you want to avoid. If 5 people in the comments say my knee-jerk reaction is to run to Amazon for this product. So, like, what types of products are things that could do well in a standalone store, or are you not really going to face that stiff competition from Amazon? Drop those comments in the comment section below too. I'd be curious to hear what you guys think about that. I know both examples that I've given were like more parts or repair, but I think the lesson behind that is like, what products does somebody want? I guess a deeper connection with the seller. Like if it's, there's certain items where, I'll give you another example real quick. I don't want to make this video run too long. So last year I bought a lime tree, right? I love caipirinhas and I love limes on my tacos and everything else. So I bought a lime tree to put in my window and, hopefully get fresh limes off it. It's never grown limes and I wound up killing the tree. But I bought a lime tree, and they sell lime trees on Amazon. I wound up paying about $100 for my lime tree plus shipping. And Amazon had them for like 30 or 40 bucks, albeit they were smaller. But I was like, I think I'd rather buy a tree from a nursery than I would buy one on Amazon. But the other thing that sold me this site, I think it's called fast-growing-trees.com. So if anyone's looking for a lime or a lemon tree, fast-growing trees. But they offered something through their website that I think they maybe even sold to Amazon, but they didn't offer this service through Amazon. If your lime tree dies within 1 year, all you have to do is send them a photo of the dead tree, and they'll send you out a new plant completely free. You don't pay shipping, you don't pay anything. So for something like that, I was like, well, I got a green thumb, but you never know. I might get a bad plant. I might not know. I've never taken care of a lime tree before. So I wound up buying it from this website for a substantially higher price because I knew within the next year if the tree died, which reminds me, I actually got to go take a picture of my lime tree in the backyard. And I just threw it out in the backyard because it was taking up space in my house. But I got to send them a picture, and they're going to send me out a new tree. So what about your business will make it something that somebody will go off of Amazon or come to you instead of buying it just on Amazon? So I'm curious to hear your guys' thoughts on this topic. Drop a comment in the comment section below. Let me know, like, what products do you intuitively go to Amazon for? Maybe, like, what's the last product that you bought off an independent website that was not Amazon? And then what are your thoughts on kind of this whole thing? One last thing before we cut out. I really want to encourage people to support small businesses and support unique shops and things like that. As we saw that Amazon has done with bookstores and a lot of other things, Amazon drives the prices down, drives these companies out of business, and then Amazon goes and opens their own shitty bookstores that don't even have real books. So, you know, I'd like to see smaller local community shops, niche shops stick around. And just a quick story to share with you. So a buddy of mine was thinking about brewing beer, and we have this, it's, you'll notice a lot of these beer shops are beer, brewing, winemaking, and hydroponics, or we like weed growing shops, right? Like all in one. So we go to this shop, and it was like a Saturday afternoon. The shop was pretty dead, and we don't know the first thing about brewing beer. Like, we like craft beer, right? But we don't know the first thing about brewing beer. So we go into the shop, real nice guy behind the counter, comes out, asks us what we're looking for. We kind of tell him we don't really, you know, he explains the whole brewing process to us, like literally walks us through the store and shows us what all the equipment's used for. He shows us how you can make your, I'm probably going to butcher the words, somebody who's into beer can correct me, but shows you how you can like either make your own mash, or how you can buy these kits that already kind of have like the, I'm sure mash is the wrong word, but, or you can buy these kits that already have like your mash sludge if you don't want to go through the entire brewing process. But walks us through this entire thing. They brew their own beers in the store. He lets us try 3 or 4 of their beers. Several of these are kits that you can actually buy in the store and brew yourself. Just real nice guy. Spent about an hour with us walking us through the store. And at the very end, my one buddy whispers to me, he's like, oh, this is awesome. We can find this stuff on Amazon a lot cheaper. And, well, that may be true. I was like, dude, are you fucking serious? Like, this guy, super nice guy, has this unique shop. I'd like to support a business like this, so a shop like this stays by me, so that maybe people who are brewing beer, oh crap, I forgot this, I guess I'll have to order it on Amazon and wait 2 days even though I just started brewing, whereas, you know, okay, I can run 15 minutes down the road and go buy this part from this guy. So anyhow, it kind of disgusted me that my buddy was like, oh, you know, even though this guy has shared all this knowledge with us, let's go not do business with him and undercut him and buy him from some guy on Amazon. But, you know, just in that example, like, support local businesses, support little shops. If you don't, they're not going to be around, and Amazon's getting way too powerful. So that's my little Amazon rant today, my little story. But next time you're thinking about starting a Shopify store, some type of online business, e-commerce business, I think a good exercise is ask yourself, why would somebody buy it from me as opposed to Amazon? So thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you're not subscribed, smash that subscribe button below, and I'll catch you guys on the next video. I'm going to get my coffee, guys. Later.